You ever caught yourself staring at a goal and rewriting it, knowing you don't want to do that goal anymore? And it's not because you got lazy energy, it's not because you're stuck, but you know deep down you don't want to do it anymore. And that's what we're talking about today. What do you do when that goal no longer matches who you are becoming? Most high achieving women that I coach, they're not failing, they're really growing into who they desire to be. Essentially, they're evolving. But instead of adjusting their goals, sometimes they do this. Start pushing super hard and not getting any results. It feels like they're hitting a brick wall, where they keep allowing themselves to feel guilty about the thing that they have on paper that they haven't finished yet. Or they keep trying to convince themselves that they actually still want to do the thing. But here's the truth, sometimes the goal isn't wrong, it is just simply outdated. And here are three reasons why a goal might feel off for you. One, it's rooted in an old identity. That version of you that wrote it needed it. Who you are today, you don't need it anymore. Number two, it was never your dream in the first place. It's like, who told you you had to do that? It was like a maybe they'll respect me if, or a credibility goal. Or number three, you have shifted, but your goals haven't caught up with this new version of you yet. It's like you're living in 5.0 and your goals are still in beta. And the more you try to force it, the less connected you feel to it. So I'm talking about this because I've walked about this, you all. So back in the day, I enrolled in a doctoral leadership program. It felt prestigious. It was giving, okay, Dr. Desiree, I see you coming. And I didn't do it because I wasn't already impactful. I had been impactful already by the time I enrolled in this. But I did it because I thought it would make me more credible when I thought about what I desired to do in the long run, which is what I'm currently doing now, speaking, coaching, training, writing books. But at the time, I thought I needed more. And why? I don't know, because this is what I was already doing. I had already built a multiple six-figure nonprofit. I had coached leaders. I had 3 degrees, business, and dance. And yet, I still did not feel like I was enough. Until after my first semester, literally after my first semester, I had a big revelation. I knew then that this goal was not about actually doing something I desired to do. It was because I wanted to prove something. And that's when I decided to let it go. I sent that email and said, you know what? I'm no longer going to be enrolled in this program. And it was a hard decision because I was so attached for years of wanting to see doctor next to my name and the feeling that that made me credible, worthy, important. Oops. So I let it go, not because I couldn't do it. I let it go because I didn't need it anymore. I didn't need it to feel worthy. I didn't need it to look credible. I didn't need it to feel valuable to my community and the people that I desired to impact. It was like, girl, I'm already impactful without another thing. I've already done that inner work. And I think the confusion comes because as high achieving women, we are so used to proving and having the credentials to show that we are something when we have already done the work. And it doesn't mean that we have an ego trip because let's face it, we're going to be continuous learners. We're going to be lifelong learners. So it's not that you'll never be a learner and you don't know how to like take a new piece of advice or feedback and fine tune. The problem is we fine tune so much that we forget what we already have. So let me give you some things to consider so you can know when to let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to. Okay, you get to ask yourself these questions. What feeling am I really chasing with this goal? If I let it go, what space now opens up for me? And if I know what I know now, would I still do this goal? Is it really still relevant? It's important to really pay attention to your body when you are asking yourselves these questions because your body keeps score. That's a book, by the way. Body keeps score. Your body keeps score. And if you feel this sense of resistance, just feel into it. The resistance doesn't mean you shouldn't let it go. It just means that there is something that's happening when you're thinking about letting it go. And just recognize what that is, what that fear is, what that hesitation is. Listen, your nervous system, your body is going to help you know what's going on way faster than your mind and your ego will. Trust. And just remember that letting go is not quitting, especially as a high achieving woman. You know, we don't want to quit. We want to like push ourselves through, but this is probably the best thing you can do is letting it go. And it's actually nothing wrong with quitting some things that no longer are needed. It's like trimming a tree, trimming a bush. You have to let go of the branches that no longer are giving or allowing that plant to flourish. It's actually good to cut the hedges. And this is what you are doing essentially. This letting go is allowing you to have the room to truly flourish into this new person that you desire to step into with new goals, with new desires, with stretching yourself more than you have been before. So we don't got time for the things that are just not aligned to us, that are really weak level goals for who you are right now. Listen, when I coach high achieving women that are execs, founders, creatives, I see this pattern over and over again. They might keep a revenue stream just because it's something that they've been doing for a long time, but they secretly hate the product and service. They keep leading teams that they no longer feel aligned with. Or they keep rewriting a business goal or even rewriting a personal goal that they just never attack, they never execute on. And most times it's simply because they're evolving and they get to give themselves permission to let it go. Listen, I remember writing a blog way back in the day about quitting being a good thing. And this is one of those instances where quitting is a good thing. It's proof that you're growing and that you're allowing yourself to cut the hedges, being able to flourish outside of what you thought was the thing you needed to do and get into making room for where you need to grow into. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh my goodness, I have this goal, but it doesn't fit me anymore and I don't want to be flaky. I'm telling you right now, you are not a flake. It's just time for a change. You're actually giving yourself permission to listen to your own intuition, your own voice, and not be worried about what other people think about you changing your mind or changing your decision. So I have a journal prompt for you today. What am I holding on to just because it's familiar? Ooh, this is going to be good. And just like the other questions, give yourself permission to hear how your body is reacting to that and just lean into it. It might feel like it's giving you a sign that you should keep doing the thing because maybe you feel that heaviness in your chest or feeling nauseous, but sometimes those are just signs that it's something really important to us. And if you keep digging in, you might realize that it's wrapped up in the fear of what other people will think or the shame of disappointing yourself. And if it's wrapped up into that, then you get to make a different decision so that you can have a positive emotion. How can you be curious about what this change would do to your life? How would it give you an opportunity to have something that you wouldn't have the opportunity to have if you held on to this goal? So there is so much goodness on the other side of letting things go, and I definitely want you to experience that. If you desire support in this, click the link below. I have some one-on-one elevation sessions that are open, and I would love to walk through this with you so that you can get aligned to what matters most to you and get the strategy that you need to execute on it. And if you are feeling a little nosy and you're like, I'm not ready for this, but I want to know what Desiree is all about, then go ahead and click the other link. That is my FutureHer Course sneak preview, just a little video or two so you can see some of the raw footage for my new course that's coming out. And then you'll also be on the list for when my course actually comes out and you'll be able to purchase it. So until the next time, be soft and be powerful.